Teens Issues Africa.
Teen Issues Africa, I am Blessing Sam Etok. Something that is often not talked about in goal achievement is the importance of our environment in achieving our goals. Like it or not, we are products of our environment. Bad environment can lead to poor thinking skill, poor mood. And good environment, on the other hand, leads to positive mood and good decision-making skills. This is why our environment is the integral part of our life and it is very important. This means your environment plays an important role in achieving your goal. And so today, I will be hanging out with an environmentalist that will tell us more about our environment and how it affects our goal setting and achievement process. I'm talking about scientist Omojefe, aka Dr. Ken. Till Teen Issues Africa, go nowhere. Scientist Omojefe is a certified life coach, public health practitioner, climate advocate, and digital entrepreneur. He was awarded as a UN Environment Day Hero 2019, a course facilitator with Philanthropies University, California, yearly facilitator, the founder of Transformation Home Africa, and CEO of Innovations. Omojefe has over 5 years experience in coaching and mentoring young adults to make a difference by contributing their quota to creating a green and clean society. He has won various awards in building youth and community development.
Hello, Teen Issues Africa. I am scientist Kennedy Omojefe Resume. I'm a medical laboratory scientist, a digital entrepreneur, and an environmental activist. I'm the founder of Aura Innovation and Transformation Home Africa, a youth-focused group that come together to talk about youth development and climate education and how our environment affects everything that we're doing generally in our life. All right, we're talking about your New Year goals and how the environment has affected it and what the environment plays, because a lot of us make New Year goals but we don't put in environment into consideration. We just keep making those goals and we don't see how our environment affects our goals and also our health. The thing is that in order to achieve your goal, first of all, you have to be healthy, and what we have found out over time is that a clean environment actually helps you to be able to learn faster, become better, and act faster. So when we keep conscious effort into keeping our environment clean, we find out that we become more productive and more active in our environment. There are a lot of dangers in keeping our environment really dirty. We have to understand that from time to time, when our environment is dirty, it keeps clogs and stagnant waters clog the gutters, and those stagnant water breeds mosquito, comes bite us who are sick. When you are sick, it actually affects maybe your timeline that you have set for that goal and achieve. Maybe you are going to do something 4 weeks in a month and you are sick for a whole 1 week. So you see that no matter how little we are doing in the environment, we are actually contributing to achieving our goals. And things that we can start doing today is, let's make sure we take conscious effort into keeping our environment clean. One of those kind of decisions we can make is, this year I'm not going to throw any plastic or any waste out of my window in my car or on the street. And those are things that you should add into your goal to becoming a better citizen and becoming a better person. It's not actually nice and doesn't speak well of anyone to be littering the streets and causing the place to be dirty, not beautiful, and you see that we all actually contribute towards that. So adding that to your goal makes it very nice. Coming to your home itself and your environment around your home, plant something. Take it from yourself that I'm going to plant a flower. Those flowers that we see, those trees that we see that we plant around our home help purify the air around us, because we are living in a society today where there's a lot of greenhouse gases, all those fumes from your generator, from the motors and the cycles that are on the road every day, and they're actually affecting our health and how we're actually raising our cognitive values. So make sure that you actually plant something. So, and care for a plant. We have learned that if you have a plant that you care for, people that have plants that they care for have lower stress level and lower BP, as we know it. and you see that you can actually help you be more relaxed, more calm. You come out in the morning, water your plant, take care of your plant, and it beautifies your environment. I know if you can see, the environment always is beautiful, and if we care for the environment, we can all make sure that everywhere is beautiful and fine. And I should say, caring for the environment actually do not cost a lot. It doesn't actually cost a thing, because if you are going down the road, you see flowers, trees, you can start nurturing, start protecting. These are things that should come to us naturally, and things that we should learn to put into our year plan, our year goals. So I want to encourage you this year to make it one of your goals. You can join any organization, volunteer for any of our organizations to help us advocate for a clean and beautiful environment, because once those our environment issues are tackled, it actually brings us closer to achieving our goals.
One of the best secrets of motivation is that by changing your environment, you can influence your own levels of enthusiasm, drive, and desire towards the goals you have set. By making alteration in your physical environment and your setting, you create powerful subconscious motivators that make working towards your goal far easier. The reverse effect of this principle is, however, that by having an environment that is incongruent with your goals, you are sabotaging your success through its influence. Why does your environment have an influence on your motivation and your goal-setting achievement? The answer has two factors: your conscious and subconscious mind. Through these two methods of influence, your environment has a huge impact on your motivation to reach the goals you've set and decided for yourself. The way your conscious mind is influenced by your environment is simple. Having an environment conducive to reaching your goals will make them easier to attain. One of the ways to achieve more is changing your environment into one that supports you. And always remember that your physical space, your devices, people you are with, communities you're a part of, your routine, all of this makes up your environment, though some may be more or less depending on your goal. Ultimately, your environment should be positive and automatically move you forward in your goal each day. It should uplift you and not pull you down. By strategically creating a positive environment for your goals, you'll find that pursuing your goals become more seamless, effortless, and natural. Invest a bit of time to change your environment to favor you today. All you'll see is reward and nothing less. Okay, it's really been an amazing time hanging out here with Mr. Ken. Yes, that's how I call him, Mr. Kennedy. Once again, you're welcome to Finishes Africa.
Thank you very much.
Okay, now talking about environment, we do know a whole lot. Can you tell us a bit about what you do regarding our environment, especially in Costa
So what we do is that we try to educate youths and try to teach them how we all have an impact to play in our environment. And what we do is get them, train them to have the social green advocates training. We train them to understand the environment and how we all have a role to play in achieving a clean and beautiful environment, because we know that the environment is part of our integral life. The truth is that if we take care of the environment very well, we'll be more healthy, and I used to say it's beautiful. When you see a place that's well cleaned, there's flowers in the street, when you go there you feel welcome, and the environment have a way of calming down our stress. We're having increased health issues, but we're not taking care of the things that are around us that can actually help make sure that we feel more calm, we feel relaxed. So we teach people about how these things affect us and our daily life, how we dispose of our waste, which is very important. And you see a lot of people do not have that waste disposal culture. They just finish drinking pure water and just throw it on the street. They don't understand the harm that is causing. So we try to educate youth and people in the community to understand the effect of what they are doing and how we can all do better, how we can dispose waste properly and how we can live properly. Then we organize the cleanup events with the World Cleanup Day, World Earth Day, and where we celebrate cleanliness and tree planting in our environment.
Okay, now you're talking about environment, our environment being a part of our integral life. Now, how can young people, especially teenagers, affect the environment every day? Because we know that the environment has a positive or negative impact on our lives.
So teenagers have to take it upon themselves, because we're trying to build a new world. I used to say, what kind of world do you want to live in? And let's say, I used to say about people that are old, normally by nature they are going to grow old and die off. So, and you are creating a world where we want to live in, and you want to live in a world that is filled with filters, with dirty, or you want to live in a world that is clean. So if you want to live in a world that is clean, it's then our responsibility to make sure that it's clean. Well, it's taking a personal decision that I'm not going to dump things on the road. I'm going to dispose my waste properly. I'm going to keep a clean environment. I'm going to be planting at least one tree every year. And those kind of decisions will actually propel others, because when now you don't just take the decision, you have to not teach others and tell others. If you're in a car, somebody want to throw something out of the window, you say no, don't do that. It's bad for the environment. So you start educating people and teaching them, okay, these are what we can all do. And I used to say it's spread. It's just like copying bad habits. We can also teach people good habits.
Good habits. So have a clean and green environment.
Yeah.
Okay, and now it's a new year, and a whole lot of people are concentrating on setting their goals, achieving their goals, New Year resolutions, and all of that. Now, does our environment affect goal achievement? Can you tell us more on that?
So, our environment has a big role to play in achieving our goals, because when you set your goal, let's say for example, and your environment is dirty, it's going to cloud your judgment, because how are you going to be more relaxed? How are you going to work towards achieving that your goal in a dirty place that is not clean? And scientists have proven that you achieve your goals better in a clean environment. So if your environment is clean, you are able to think more clearly, and your goal and your thoughts are more articulated towards looking for how to achieve your goal. Because there's one thing to set a goal, then there's next thing, the other thing is to achieve the goal. So if you keep setting goals and you're not achieving them, I would say check your environment. What environment are you thriving? Is the environment clean? Is the environment friendly? Is the environment welcoming? Is the environment for that idea or that goal that you have set? Because the environment plays a huge part in achieving that goal.
Okay, now you concentrate on our environment as an environmentalist, and you're doing a whole lot. So first of all, what actually motivated you to go into that line?
I would say it's what I've been doing from childhood, and let's say I like fruits, and I like seeing the place green. Green is my
color.
It's green. Green is my best color. So I just like the place being green and beautiful, because the thing is that when you enter a place and it's green, it's nice. And I used to talk about planting fruit. When I was small, I don't even know that they buy fruits, because any fruit that my mother comes home with, I'll go and plant it. Maybe I think I'm gonna plant. So I had a lot of trees, and I have my trees and gave all my trees different names. And the thing is that it becomes a culture and becomes something that you love, because I believe it doesn't cost money to start doing those things, to keeping your environment clean. I used to, when I go to somebody's place and I see that the place is dirty and they say it's because they don't have money, I'll say that the people, they are sick in their head, because does it cost money to use your hand to clean something? Does it cost money to plant? See, we have what we call this carpet grass all over the place. You can be very poor, but there's carpet grass in the front of your house everywhere. There's water, you have well, go and fetch water, keep your environment clean. It doesn't cost money, it's your person. And the truth is that once you start doing those kind of things, you will have money. Because I remember what I told you, our environment actually affects the kind of goal that we set. So you can't be in a dirty environment, you're thinking of big goals, thinking of living in New York. You have not fixed the one that you are living in, because our environment actually attracts like positive vibes. And when if you have gone into the nature, into wild, you go to the forest sometimes, spend some time, you see that you start hearing sounds, you start feeling calm, you start getting, in order to get good ideas or towards accomplishing that your goal, you need to be calm, you need to be relaxed. So your environment, the kind of environment that you create for yourself will actually help you achieve those goals.
Amazing. The kind of environment you create for yourself will help you in achieving those huge and big goals you're trying to achieve this year. And so what's your word for every teenager? For example, there is a teenager who's still under the parents. Apparently, most teenagers are still under the parents, and the parent is not having this kind of mindset. And this teenager or this young person has had an intent to make a difference. You know, there might be clash of interests, like you're overdoing, what's your problem, all of that. So how can that young person create an impact in such an environment that is not enabling to make a difference for people?
I used to say anybody can actually create a difference, and for the environment especially, it's an opportunity for the teenager to be able to tell the parents. Let's say if I can even go down to 5 years. If I teach a 5 years that is in the school that it's not okay to throw something on the floor, you know, okay. And the mother wants to throw something on the floor, your 5 years old tells you, "Mommy, don't throw it on the floor, it's not good." I'm sure that parents will be very ashamed because now your child is not doing the one that is telling you something that you are supposed to be the one telling the child. So teenagers have a role to play. They should not, when your parents want to throw something on the floor, say, "Oh, daddy, no, let's not do that, it's not good, it's bad for our environment." They start seeing you as somebody that is more responsible, and this my son actually has sense. And when you are around, definitely they will not want to throw those things on the floor because they know that they are teaching bad example. Tell them politely, say, "Daddy, you are setting bad example, you are throwing things on the floor." Only your daddy will call himself to order, or your mom. So that in that way you are avoiding clash of interest, where, because I believe when the place is fine, you come home now, you come home with, let's say, flowers, you buy buckets from market. If you see some of my house, it's 200 naira, buy buckets, go look for flower, aloe vera and stuff, plant them in front of your house. When your parents come and see them, they are happy. I planted in my house, I had different things, I planted aloe veras, and I got all these pineapple stalks and plant them in places I'm supposed to plant flower. So today they are eating plenty of pineapple. But it's just me having fun, expressing myself in the environment. And the truth is that when you express yourself in the environment, it pays back. It gives you fruit if you plant tree, if you plant food. So those are the way that teenagers should make sure that they are actively involved in their environment, because this is their world and we're trying to build a new world together. Also, they can learn more about the environment, volunteer with organizations like my organization, Transformation Home, also have yearly Young African Leaders Initiative. So you learn more about the environment, you volunteer for organizations, and so that you can make sure you join the youth that are advocating and telling people that, okay, we want our environment to be clean and fine. At least we can achieve that one by ourselves, even without government.
You can achieve a clean and green environment without having to wait for the government. Okay, amazing. And so what's your final word?
My final word is everybody should plant a tree. So everybody this year, make it a conscious decision.
Who doesn't, maybe they don't have enough space. Okay, let's say you're living in somebody's apartment, you're in a rented apartment, let's say, and your landlord will not allow you to do any of such things. So how do you go ahead to plant it?
You must not plant it by yourself. You can donate a tree to a school.
Okay.
That was 2016. We donated over 100 trees in Plateau State to schools, to stuff. We taught people how to plant trees. They planted a tree in a separate land where people come together and going to group planting. We have a project we call Farm Villa. So we bought a land and everybody owns their tree on that land. And they also have something like that in Umba community in Plateau State, where all the youths in the community planted one tree in the land. And today they have mango and they have cashew. So people go there to explore mango and cashew, because in the next 5 years your tree will be grown and it's yours. So you can join a community of tree planters, join a group, have a tree, have a farm. And you don't need to do it yourself, you don't need to just do it in your compound. And the truth is that you can actually still do it in your compound, because there are small trees, shrubs. There's the one of star fruit, calabura. Yeah. You know calabura star fruit, it doesn't grow, but it bears a lot of fruits and it's fine. It also add decoration and flower to the place. So get a small tire, paint it a nice color, put your star fruit there, it's growing, everybody's seeing it in one corner of the compound. But you know, people are eating fruit and they're happy that you actually came in that compound in the first place.
Not to worry, no, the same time we look forward to calling you to come teach teenagers how to plant trees.
No problem.
Okay, it's really amazing having Mr. Kennedy talk to us about our environment being an integral part of our life and how it affects us in achieving every single goal we're setting for ourselves. So finishes Africa, don't know where.
My name is James Ibo, the Principal Counsel Basic Rights Council Initiative and the Chairperson Child Protection Network Cross River State. I love Teen Issues Africa. It's your best companion. When last did you watch Teen Issues Africa? Waiting for you.
Hi everyone, my name is Mali Ephraim. I love Teen Issues Africa. They're doing such a great job. Please make sure you click the subscribe button and keep watching Teen Issues Africa.
All right, everyone, it's Caleb Rex here, and this is me telling you, keep watching Teen Issues Africa. I love Teen Issues Africa. Please ensure that you keep watching, keep staying tuned to this program. It's going to change your life. God bless you.
We love Teen Issues. Issues Africa!
It's a new year. What's your plan? What's your goal? What are your resolutions? For me, I intend to be the salt of the earth. I intend to walk in light. I intend to grow. I will no longer be a skin cutter. I will no longer sit in the dark. I will no longer soliloquize about my dark past. I move on. What are your plans for the year? I intend to grow. I intend to be the best that there is, the surprise of my generation. I will be the salt of the earth. I am Precious Morris, and just like a house set on a hill, I could not be hidden. I will so much depend on grace. I will so much depend on the Master's greatest gift to his creature, mercy. I hope it guides me. I hope that I walk in the path of light this year. I hope not to be in darkness. I hope not to be shallow but deep. I hope not to be common but sophisticated. I pray that mercy guides me.
We won't have a society that destroys our environment, because every nation destroys its soils, destroys its environment. And it is our responsibility to embrace all living creatures, the beauty of nature and all it carries. Let's say yes to a clean, green environment. And this means saying yes to a better and a more beautiful life. This is Teen Issues Africa, and I am Blessing Sam Eto. Let's hang out next week, same time. I'll be still right here waiting for you. Remember that you are the best of your kind, because if it is not you, it can never and will never ever be you. Many thanks and bye for now.
Teen Issues Africa.